I'd like to talk a little bit about Larry's pedal board. I had the great fortune of presenting this to him as a Christmas gift a couple of years back, and I like to say that it was more of a Christmas gift for me than it actually was for him, because his old one kept falling apart, and so I had to fix it all the time. So let me talk you through a little bit about what this is and how it's set up and how we use it just in a real functional way to help make the gigs go really smooth. As you'll notice, there's 3 foot pedals here, 2 volume pedals and a wah-wah. This volume pedal is for acoustic guitar only. This wah-wah pedal is for electric guitar only. It's a standard crybaby with various cue settings, but it's easy to get. This Showbud volume pedal has been modified by Alexander Dumble. It actually has a little micro chipset in here that boosts the highs as the volume is increased. As it was typical with Showbud pedals, they were used for pedal steel guitars, but the highs would often get lost as the pedal would send out more volume. So Alexander did the research and in his own brilliant and wonderful way designed this circuit board to go ahead and boost the highs. Each of these pedals have an output to a tuner that we rack mounted so that Larry has a clear view from all over the stage of how his tuning is. We have an AB box here marked acoustic or electric to hit this tuner. So at any moment, Larry can just look down and have clear view of his tuning setting. This chorus switch is just simply chorus on or chorus off. We have the light on while the chorus is off, just to remind him that it's off. This is just a 3-way tap tempo delay for the Roland SDE 3000. It's just tap the tempo and then reset. Very simple, very straightforward, but these are the type of effects that he wants instant access to. This last stomp box is really designed by Alexander Dumble for the overdrive and the pre-EQ boost section of his amplifier. The first one is just for the overdrive section. It kicks it in. The second one is just a pre-EQ boost of sound. It's very straight ahead. To be honest with you, Larry doesn't use those very much, but when he does, it's very powerful. Because we travel around the world, we never know if our input voltage is going to be at 100 watts, 110, 120, 220, 240. Anywhere from Japan, which is 100, to Europe, which is 240, we have to be able to plug in and go. Oftentimes we'll use transformers, but I wanted to design the pedal board to be able to be usable anywhere in the world. So I just took a little computer power supply, and with the help of a good electronics friend, we were able to hook it up to the input power section of this, and anywhere we go in the world, we can power up without worrying about our equipment not having enough voltage or too much voltage. So we don't worry at all about damage of the equipment, and it's pluggable anywhere we go. The last little section is just a patch bay, and we can get to it and change it out if we want. I actually rarely open this, but if we have to fix something, it's easy, or add something else, it's very easy to do. The wiring is very straight ahead. It's all Mogami cable. It's high quality stuff. We've used it well over 2 years without any problems, and we're just thrilled to have it. I was honored to be able to build it and design it, and even more honored to have Larry use it on every show. Because there's different power everywhere in the world, in Japan there's 100 volts, in Europe there's 240 volts, typically here in America we use 120 volts. I wanted to provide a power supply that would work everywhere in the world. So I just took a computer transformer, something that's very common for laptops. It works anywhere from 100 volts to 240 volts. And with a good friend of mine who's an electronic whiz, we went ahead and wired the whole pedal board with all its 9-volt distributions, as well as the 120 volts that are required to run the tuner, etc. They would all come out of the transformer, which is usable anywhere in the entire world. It's something that's really helped us out time and again, and I'm really glad I included that. On the other side of the tuner is just a simple patch bay where we have our input and output section. I rarely open that because the wiring stays in place very nicely. But if we wanted to add some more inputs or outputs, we could very easily do that. Or if we needed to change the configuration somehow, add an XLR cable, for example, as opposed to a 1/4-inch cable, it would be very easy to do here. It's just something that's easy to get to, and it makes a lot of sense to have.